Hi guys. Sorry I'm late. Hello. I'm 3 minutes late. Hi guys. Hi Kerry. Hi Faith. Hi Evan. Starlet. Hi Lovejoy. Hi Little Fox. Hi Paula. Hi Tatiana. Hi Christine. Hi Faith. Hi Melissa. Hi Alicat. Hi guys. Hello. 70 people here already waiting. Sorry guys, I was a bit late. Okay. God, I look all oily. I just put on my moisturizer on and it looks like I've got an oil slick on my face. So I just sprayed myself with sun cream. Look all oily. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. Got sun cream all over me. Hello, guys. Let me find the questions. Hang on, let me go down, see how people are saying hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, guys. Hello. Ms. Mitchell, Tara, Rosa, Natalie. Hi, guys. All right, I'm going right to the top with the people who ask questions right at the beginning. Fox Girl, I'm doing great with SP manifestation, but I'm stuck with manifesting financial abundance. Trying to figure out why I was never an issue until recently. Well, did you lose your job recently or something happened in the 3D recently where you got less money and then you started worrying? Is it the C word all over the news that's bothering you? You're worried that you're going to lose your job or because of COVID, you're not going to have as many clients or whatever. Is that doing it? First of all, stop watching the news or reading newspapers or talking to anyone about it or about the economy going down the fucking gurgler. Could be that. Could be something in the 3D. Or it could be you're comparing other parts of your life. Like you're going, oh, my SP stuff's going well, relationship's going well, but oh, this isn't as great. And then you start freaking out about it. Like, why isn't that as good? Is it that, darling? Tell me what's happened. That's like, what do you mean? What's the actual money problem? The blocking about possibility of finance pouring in, yes. Kerry, my mother is a Jehovah's Witness and is verbally abusive and insanely judgmental. Oh, religious people are so lovely sometimes, aren't they? I need to live with her right now, but she's toxic and accuses me of what she is, what to affirm when feeling unseen and unheard. Basically, I've been told I'm a horrible human being and treated like I'm incompetent and feel utterly unloved and want to set boundaries, but I'm threatened and attacked if I do. Okay, so don't bother about setting boundaries in the 3D, darling. It's not going to make any difference. Okay, you've got to stop seeing her as some religious nutcase who's brainwashed by a religion, first of all. Okay, start saying she's so open-minded now. She's so nice to me. She says such kind things. She never says anything nasty. I remember when she used to accuse me of things. I remember when she used to be toxic. She's not toxic anymore. She's nothing like that anymore. I remember when she used to be like that. We get along so well now. We're so amicable now. She thinks I'm so clever, so smart. She values my opinions. She thinks I'm a wonderful human being. Exact opposite of every fucking thing that you've said. Also, I love speaking up now. I feel confident when I speak up for myself. Everyone listens to me when I voice my opinions. My opinion is valid. Say those things. I am more than enough. I'm valued. I'm listened to. Start saying those things, darling, because you probably feel invisible in a household like that or where you don't have a voice. My voice is the loudest in the household. Everyone listens to me. Everyone wants what I want. Start saying those things, Kerry, and stop describing her as toxic anymore. And every time she keeps turning up as that in your reality, ignore it and just affirm. Hi, Kerry. Are you too young to move out or is it another reason? It doesn't matter about the moving out. She'll still be toxic whether you move out or not. Hi, everyone. Hi, guys. We could. I mean, so glad finally got live. Yes, me too. Lovejoy put it on reminders. Yes. Hi, Loz. Which is better? I remember when I was engaged to my SP before Valentine's 2022. Look at us now being the most amazing couple in the world, married couple in the world. Or I remember when me and SP are long distance and look at us now being the most amazing and fantastic marriage together in this world. Look, Valentine's 2022 is in a month and a bit. You're really going to put that timeline on getting engaged, are you, when they're long distance? I don't want to stick that obstacle in your face, but you've got a real time crunch there, getting engaged before Valentine's 2022. What are you going to do if it doesn't happen? Why don't you just assume you're married? By the end of this year, you're married to them. Okay? So either way, both those statements, you're living in the end of married. Why don't you just go to the end of married and forget about how it comes about, when you got engaged, what date it was before Valentine's. Who gives a shit when it was? As long as you're married by the end of the year or you're married whenever it happens, who cares when? Okay? I love being married to blah. I remember when we weren't married. Now we're the most amazing and fantastic married couple in the world. But don't make it too long, darling. They're both huge statements. Just say, I love being married to John. John and I are so happily married. I remember when we weren't married. That's more effective than this big, long sentence. That's way too wordy. How are you going to remember that every day? You could say it, but guys, how to reply to someone's post from an iPhone? I don't understand, darling. You just go at and then their name. So if it's Ali Cat, go at Ali, and as you write Ali, her name will pop up. Is that what you mean? Hi, Loz. I've only been binge watching you for like a week and a half, but you've been helping me so much, and I'm obsessed. Thanks for all you do. Oh, Melissa, wonderful. I'm struggling to feel chosen. Any suggestions? I am chosen. I am lovable. I have always been chosen and loved. Go and do my I am chosen meditation tape every night, sleep tape for 21 nights, darling, please. And use the affirmation in that one and the banish the third party one, which is just about being chosen and a priority. Loz, my SP's mother called me today to chit chat, but then said she knows we are not boyfriend, girlfriend, but really likes me. How can I get SP to finally ask me to be his girlfriend and commit? What affirmations can I say? So, Jacqueline, you've got a dominant story that she loves you, but he doesn't. So until you change that, nothing's going to change. Oh, she really supports us. She really likes me. She's so supportive of me, but he doesn't want me. Is that what you're thinking? That happened in a situation with my brother and his ex-girlfriend, and my mum loved her and constantly included her in things. And I'm sure that girl had the dominant assumption the family loves me more than he does, and that's why it never worked out. Okay, you've got to get rid of that assumption and just assume he loves you just as much. And where are you getting the self-concept problem with not feeling like he does? You've got to figure out what that self-concept issue is. Now, my SP left the state and I'm in a bind. I have nowhere else to go and have been good to her, but seems determined to hate me. I want to know what to affirm to make her reflect love. All right, Kerry. Well, stop thinking you're in a bind. Look, you've got a whole lot of fucking negative thinking going on here. Kerry, you've been listening to me for a long time. Are you reading back what you've written? There's a whole lot of negative. I'm in a bind. I have nowhere else to go. Really? You have nowhere else to go, do you? You can't crash on a friend's couch. You can't go and find a rental. I don't believe you. Are you affirming for money and living somewhere by yourself? Are you affirming having a lovely roommate to live with? Are you affirming for anything, or are you just in the bind of, I'm stuck here with my mum and she's a horrible person and I'm just in a hole? There's a whole lot of that going on in these comments, and you've been listening to me for an awful long time. Why are you whinging and moaning and complaining in these comments? You're only going to get more of the shit you're complaining about. There's a lot of whinging going on here. You know not to do that. Why are you doing it? You're just going to get more of it. It's not going to reflect any love back to you. There's no love in any of the 3 paragraphs you just fucking wrote. Jesus Christ. Hi, Shannon. Hello, Loz. Been manifesting that this guy in my local shop becomes my boyfriend. Whenever I see him, we chat, but he seemed off today. I know this could be my self-concept and old doubts just throw me off. Just assume he is your fucking boyfriend. It's right. Look, he had his period. I don't fucking know. Who cares what happened? He stubbed his toe before you walked in. Stop giving it bad meaning, okay, why he was acting that way. It's something totally unrelated. But, guys, when you've got poor self-concept, you'll look at what people are doing in your reality and think it means something about you. I used to do that all the time. I used to go to parties and people would be whispering about something. I think, are they talking about me? What are they saying? They hate me, don't they? And all they were doing was talking about something else. But I gave it the meaning, the sticky note of no one likes me and I'm rejected. You're doing that with this guy. Why are you doing that? So lucky to have such a great live. Oh, 150 people here. Continue to affirm. This takes time. Affirm your self-concept over everything. Yes, Kat. Hi, guys. Hello. Hi from Texas. Oh, greetings from LA. Thank you for your empowering content. I have multiple questions for you tonight. I hope that's okay. That's all right, Minnie. Put it in. Hi, Loz. I'm back in contact with SP. Oh, shit. This just jumped. Hang on. Whoa. I've got to find it. Massively jumped. Hang on. Whoa. Shit balls. Wait a second, guys. Back in contact with SP, persisting until I get full commitment. Your tough love has helped me snap out of my down days, and now look at where it got me. Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful, darling. We love you all. Drinking hot chocolate marshmallows and watching Loz. Oh, Paula, lovely. Hi, guys. To obtain my ideal body and face, in addition to affirming in the present tense, is there anything else I should be doing? Well, just live in the state, like do things to help yourself, like exercising, putting skincare on, lying there with your LED light on your face or something, and affirm. Like I've got an LED light thing that I barely ever use. And when I put it on my face, I can't see anything because it doesn't have any eyeball. It's really annoying. It's one of those ones without the eyeballs cut out. So you have to just lie there. So when you're doing it, you can just lie there and affirm. And imagine that every single thing you do to contribute to your skincare and your looks is helping. and affirm whilst doing it. Lie in a bubble bath and relax and, exfoliate your legs and tell yourself your body's so beautiful whilst doing the things that would help in 3D. You know what I mean? Whilst doing the 3D things, affirm or visualize your body as you're putting on skincare. Visualize your beautiful, smooth skin with no cellulite. You know what I mean? Use the 3D sometimes, guys, with the affirmations and the visualization. Hi, Loz. 2 questions. How do you get over to SP's betrayal should you choose to manifest them back? Faith, you've really got to understand that they betrayed you based on your thinking about them and about yourself. I get betrayed. I can't trust people. When I was a kid, there were people in my reality that hurt me, and I assume everyone else is going to hurt me, or I feel not good enough, so everyone treats me like a piece of shit, and I don't get treated beautifully, and I get betrayed. Darling, you've got to accept that you create everything. If you're going to be pissed off at them for betraying you, what the fuck do you want them back for? Seriously, go and watch all my videos about you create everything. Go and watch my Manifest Your Specific Person series because you're not getting this. You created it. So you have to fucking forgive them. The end. I've been feeling very content lately. I no longer overthink and literally give 0 fucks about anything or anyone on the 3D. I'm just focused and have finally mastered living. Have I finally mastered living in the end? Yes. If you're giving 0 fucks about the 3D and what anyone's doing, darling, absolutely. You just think, oh, motherfucker, you'll be back. I don't give a shit what you say. I've got the power here. You've got no fucking control over me. That text that I just read was bullshit. I'm deleting it. I'm just swiping it out of my phone because it doesn't matter to me. I know what's going on here. Hi, Loz. Simone, I know I'm getting contact soon. I've done all I need to do. See, that's the Sabbath. I've done everything I need to do. That motherfucker is contacting me soon. I know he will. That's great. Could you please help me understand Queen energy? What does that look like and how can we achieve it? It's literally doing nothing. It's being rather than doing. Masculine energy or mothering energy also is doing. When you're a mum, you have to pick up the baby, feed the baby, nurse the baby, console the baby, change the baby. You're doing, okay? If you're mothering your man, giving him advice, coddling him, picking him up, doing stuff, organizing the day, you're mothering. And that's masculine energy, unfortunately. It seems like it's a feminine thing, but it's not mothering. Okay? So if you're cajoling, consoling, coddling, advising, anything like that, initiating, arranging dates, that's masculine energy. You're in the doing energy, which is what they want to do. They want to do it for you guys. Have you ever been in the situation where a guy, you're moving a pot plant or something heavy, and they go, I'll do it for you. You go, oh, I'm all right. Never say I'm all right. I did that once, and the person wanted to take something out of the oven for me, and I went, I'm all right. And as I did it, I spilled hot oil all down my arm. And I thought, you fucking idiot. You knew better than to do that. You fucking manifested that because you never say I'm all right. Why did you say I'm all right? And the only reason I did it was because I was in a bad mood with them that night, right? I'm normally in feminine energy. I let them do things for me. Let them do things for you. Let them organize dates. Let them come towards you. Let them do for you. Let them compliment you. Let them do, and you sit back and receive. Thank you. That's so lovely. Oh, thank you so much. You appreciate, you thank, you sit back and you receive. That's Queen energy, okay? I saw you talk about manifesting from fear. What does that mean and how do we not do this? Look, it's hard sometimes because you're affirming in a fearful, desperate state because you're fearful and desperate, so you want to affirm to get out of it. I understand that, but you've also got to think, am I choosing certain affirmations because I'm so worried this isn't going to happen, or I'm fearful of the thing I'm affirming about? So if you look at all your affirmations and your SP's left you, and a lot of your affirmations are, no one compares to me, there's no competition to me, no one's like me, I'm so special, he's only got eyes for me. You've got a fear of third parties and competition in your reality. If you simply look at those affirmations, you've got to look at the dominant affirmations and think, what is that saying about me? I should flip that and just say, I'm so special. I'm so unique. There is no one like me. There is no competition to me because I'm so, focus it more back on you rather than they've only got eyes for me, they this. Competition, competition, competition. Look at assess your affirmations. Does that make sense? I've met a new group of friends, not something I'd normally do. They have said, I fit perfectly. I feel so welcome. There's a guy that's making flirty jokes with me in the group chat as well. Oh, Nat, love it. Lovely. What's this? Instructions for manifesting an SP you don't know, like you did to get one come to your door. Like you did to get one to come to your door, or like I did. Okay. So what I did was I just affirmed, I have a man who treats me beautifully. I have a man who treats me beautifully. I just decided I'd split up with my other SP and I was like, fuck you. You didn't treat me well. I want someone who treats me beautifully. And then I just assumed I had him already. Right? And then he just turned up outside my door. But what I'm saying is that you've got to live in the end of, I'm not single anymore. If you want someone to turn up and you don't know who the fuck they are, you can't be in the state of single. You've got to be in the state of coupled up. That's why I say to you guys, one of the strongest visualizations you can do is not even looking and seeing anything. It's literally feeling someone's arms around you at night, assuming someone's in the bed next to you, waking up in the morning. Imagine, turn to your pillow in the morning and imagine that's someone and give them a kiss and lie there and just imagine their warmth. If you imagine a person in your bed every night, seriously, I've done that twice, and twice I've got SPs that I didn't know just turn up. One at a party and one outside my door, okay? Because I was in the state of inner couple. You manifest what you are, not what you want. If you want to be coupled up, but you imagine you're single, that's different than I am coupled up already. I'm manifesting what I am. I'm already in a couple. Hi from Canada. Oh. Minnie, when writing affirmations, is it okay to write them in the negative? I am no longer heavy. SP does not have any communication issues anymore, etc. LOA people made me feel certain verbiage is, look, if they're saying don't use negative words, that's crap. I never get sick, and I say I never get sick. So how come that works? Right? No one ever speaks about this in my reality. So I don't want someone to ask me about certain things. I'll go to a party, and before I turn up, I'll say, no one's going to ask me this today. Well, that's quite negative. This isn't going to happen, and it never happens. And I've just decided no one's going to bring the subject up, and they never do. That's just crap. I just don't believe that bullshit. Your brain's not dumb. I started reading Power of Subconscious Mind last night and only had to put it down because I was getting too late. So good. Oh, good. I really got to get another copy of that. Hi, Laws. I'm not supposed to act in the 3D because I've wanted to do a thing for weeks, and Mum kept saying no, so I visualized and affirmed, but I also kept on asking her at one point, yes, Ellie, oh shit, was the other part of it? Frustrated, but yesterday my mum said I could go even if I acted in the 3D. Why? Well, you decided you could go, so now she's told you could go. Isn't that what you wanted? So acting in the 3D after you've got what you wanted is fine. You've got new manifestation happening. You can go to the thing. Is that what you mean? It's just not forcing the 3D in the meantime while you're affirming for it. Hi, Laws. Can we create multiple scenes to live in the end, or should we stick to only one and keep looping it? Look, I think it's almost impossible to keep looping the exact same scene over and over and over again. Have multiple, guys. If you're married, wouldn't you have multiple scenarios in your mind of, like, you know, them lying in the bed next to you and then you eating popcorn and watching Netflix and looking down at your rings, him pounding on top of you every morning? Different scenes. Who cares? It implies you're married, doesn't it? Became aware last night that my abandonment wound still triggered heavy by SP saying goodbye despite knowing it doesn't matter. It makes me worry and spiral a bit, frustrated because I wish I could fix it quick. Don't worry, darling. It's Marty. I'm worried that if I ignore the fear trigger by just burying it and blocking it and it'll delay him coming back. Do you think revising would help in this situation? Having him say he needs time and he doesn't want to lose me. Yes, go and revise it, absolutely. I'm working on self-concept, especially for abandonment and not feeling good enough, but this still worries me at times. Thank you. Look, guys, if you keep thinking your triggers are going to trigger you and it's going to fuck you up, it will fuck you up. Oh, my God, I've got all these abandonment wounds. Loz made me identify all these wounds. Oh, my God, they're going to fuck me. I've seen them now. I've seen them in front of me. Oh, shit, look at them all. Like, don't have that assumption that because you're now working on yourself, what you're working on is going to make it worse. I'm fixing myself. This is all working. Because I'm doing this, I'll get the outcome I want. Because I'm healing, I'm going to get the exact life I want. Like, I've got the assumption this year that I'm getting everything I fucking want this year, every single thing. And I'm not looking at it like I've got all these wounds I still need to fix. I'm like, despite my self-concept stuff, despite this shit I still haven't fixed, I'm getting what I want by hook or by crook. I don't care. And yes, revise whatever conversation you have where he said all that, okay? I'm spiraling so much lately and then literally hear you yelling at me and go back to persisting. Well, good, Valeria, good. I made food for this live. Oh, did you miss Mitchell? Well, they're longer than the TikTok ones. Some of the TikTok ones I've done lately, when they've gone over an hour, they've not saved. I've got about 3 or 4 ones. Like my one with my friend Nikki, we were standing in the kitchen and we were chatting to you guys for like an hour. Didn't save. Nikki was so disappointed. She wanted to watch it back. She was like, oh, what? So annoying. Is it okay to affirm for a specific weight? I am XX pounds. Absolutely don't. Ali, Loz, I have a question. I heard Caleb from Pluto's Gate, love him, today say that when we have resistance, we shouldn't jump right in and affirm over it because that is going to cause more of the negative. Oh, look, I love Caleb, but he contradicts himself a lot. he's kind of like Sammy in a way. Like he'll have a certain way of teaching and all of a sudden he changes his mind. It gets a bit confusing. Look, it's just thinking. So if you've got the dominant assumption, Caleb, that every time you jump in on your negative thinking, it's going to fuck things, well, that's your dominant assumption, isn't it, Caleb? Which is how it works. I don't really understand what he's saying. So he's saying we have resistance. We shouldn't jump in and affirm over it because that's going to cause more of the negative. So what should you do? Just sit there in your negative thinking and just sit in the mire and in the hole of, oh, I'm feeling resistant. I'm feeling negative. I'm just going to sit here. Because apparently if I affirm and think differently, nothing will change and it will make it worse. So I'm just going to sit here in the hole. Then what do? What about when you can't get out of the hole? What happens then? That fucking doesn't make any sense. It's just new thinking, guys. Please stop thinking of affirming as an activity. It's new thought. You've got a shitty thought that's negative. You're changing it. The end. I don't know what he means, unless you misunderstood him, but that sounds really weird. Hi, Loz. Stuck in ISO with my SP. Ooh, who is divorcing me. Oh, no. And super hostile. Any advice apart from the living in the end affirmations whilst he's here? We get along so well. Isolation actually helps us. Being in isolation is the thing that brings us back together. This alone time together reminds him of how much he loves me. It reminds him that no one's like me. This isolation is the best thing that ever happened for our relationship. It brings us closer together. All this time together brings us closer together. Mm-hmm. How can we curb our overgiving nature? Oh, I'd love to know how to do that too. And overacting nature. I always feel the desire to plan and organise things with FP because I like exploring new restaurants, activities, etc. No, you don't. You're just thinking he's not going to do it, so you're doing it. You can like nice restaurants and activities, but why do you have to organise it? That's masculine energy. So you're in doing energy because you don't feel like he's going to do it, and you're in overgiving energy because you feel like if you don't give, you won't be loved. So you're associating doing with loving. You're associating doing with, if I do for you, you'll love me. Did you have a parent like that? Do you have a mum who overgave and did everything for your dad and he just sat back and did fuck all like my dad did? My mum would be constantly frantically running around the house. Or my dad literally came home from work, went upstairs and watched TV for hours until mum went dinner time. Then he'd come downstairs, eat and go back upstairs like a fucking asshole. And we used to watch him and think, the man never does anything. Because mum equated love with giving and doing. Are you doing that? Fucking stop that. Stop assuming he's not going to do. If you stop, guys, they have to come forward or it stagnates and then he comes forward. Trust me, you've got to trust that they're going to come forward. You've got to trust that they're going to do for you. You've got to trust that they're going to organise the dates. Can't you trust him? You've got no trust in the guy whatsoever. Oh, if I don't organise it, he's never going to organise shit when I'll go anywhere. We'll just be sitting here, sitting on the couch. Okay, sit there on the couch. You know what I mean? Like I had a roommate who never did anything around the house in Sydney. And he used to leave all the dishes and stuff. And I used to go in there and get them and stuff. And one day I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to let it pile up in here until it gets so disgusting he can't live in here anymore. And eventually he just cleaned his room. So I stopped doing it. My dad's still in hospital, Loz. I've decided to turn it into a positive. I'm making baby hats to give the baby unit, one for every day he's in there. Oh, Shannon. Look, darling, you just affirm and affirm and affirm like a bitch for him, okay? And every time you go in there, I want you to sit there while he's asleep and you're telling him, Dad, you're so healthy. You're the healthiest you've ever been. You're thriving. Your cells are renewing themselves. Being in hospital is helping you. You're getting all the help you need. You're getting better and better by the day. Every time you go in there, assume every time you go in there, you're going to hear good news only, good news only. I'm only going to hear good news from now on. Good news from now on. Only hear the good news. That's what it means in the Bible. Hear the good news. Spread the good news. That's what it means. I know I'm talking about the Bible, but that's what spread the good news means. Only hear that. I don't care what the doctors say. La, 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 la. If they start giving you some prognosis that's bad, like, la, me, you can't hear it. Okay? I'm waiting to leave my job. I just don't want to work anymore. Would I be able to manifest money without working? Yes, darling, absolutely you can manifest money without working. I make money in my sleep. I have a passive income. Money comes to me from multiple sources in multiple ways. I don't need to lift a finger to make money. Say those things. I have a huge question, lol. Please bear with me. I've been doing great with making sure that the old story thoughts pop up. I replace them with new story thoughts. Excellent. Where's the rest of it? But notice that I have a belief that men always cheat. We'll get rid of that fucking belief. I think I do at least. I'm on to one of my I'm chosen, I'm priority affirmations, and SP loves me and only me. Yes. Any advice to flip men always cheat? Or should I just focus on replacing old story about SP and it will help that? I used to believe that men cheat. I don't know where I got that from. Some dickhead in my reality told me. Like your mum said, oh, men only want one thing, or your dad cheated, or your mum cheated, or your brother cheated, or something happened in your reality where you saw cheating, witnessed cheating. Okay. Go back and revise whatever that incident was. You got it from somewhere. Or men have cheated on you and now you hold this belief about all men in your reality. Okay, go and revise it, re-script it, change what happened, turn all the men to being faithful, change your dad to being faithful, whoever the fuck it was, and re-script and revise every incident in your life where you've got that from. Or the one time when someone said, oh, men always cheat. That one time when some grandma or something put that in your mind. Okay. Hi, Brittany. Hang on. Where's the rest of this? I had plenty of money when my husband passed, but it's dwindled away. He was always the saver. Okay, so you've got it, Fox Girl, where that's coming from is you've got the dominant assumption that he was the one who made the money, he was the one who saved, and you're a terrible saver. And because you're a terrible saver, you fritter the money away. And because he's not here, you won't be able to hold on to the money. Get rid of that. Okay, I've got friends whose husbands have died, like my mum's friends, and one of them pissed all the money up the wall, and another one, they've got probably more assets than they had when he was alive. Because she just had the dominant assumption, my daughter knows what to do with all this. And the daughter deals with all the buildings they own and the taxi cabs and whatever the fuck they own. And she just believes that the money will never go away. They'll always have the money. She's got that dominant belief in the daughter's capability to look after the money. You don't have a capable belief in yourself that you can look after the money and keep the money and save the money. That someone else was the person who did that. Okay? SP broke up with me a few weeks ago. During the relationship, we had complete opposite schedules. Should my SP affirmations include specific topics like this or just be more general? SP reached out to me a week and a half ago by text. I replied to his text several hours later, but it seems like he blocked me, so my reply never went through to him. How do I give this good meaning? Well, he reached out to you and then blocked you? How fucking weird. Okay, so maybe he doesn't want to talk because he's too emotional about it. Give it that good meaning. Doesn't want to have the conversation because he knows he'll bring up the old story. He doesn't want to fight. He got all emotional. That's why he blocked you. He can't bear to talk to you because he knows he'll cry over the phone. Say all those things. Okay. But just imagine he spends all his time with me. Our schedules are so aligned. We see each other all the time. We even live together now. Things like that, if the schedule was a problem. Rodeo. Is it a bad idea to affirm the negative? Example, 3P is rude, mean, nasty, and SP is finally saying it. I wouldn't even focus on the bitch, darling. Why even thinking about her? Have you watched my videos on third parties before? You're keeping the bitch alive. You're literally breathing reality into her. I'm keeping you alive by talking about you, thinking about you, affirming about you. Do it if you really want to, but the bitch will stay in your reality. She can be rude, mean, and nasty, and your SP might be turned on by it. She can be rude, mean, and nasty, and they'll stay together and be miserable. But how's that helped you? I want you to see you and your SP together as this third party. That's it. Guys, you can make them think certain things about the third party all you like. If you make them hate the third party for their behavior, and then the third party leaves, you could make your SP be miserable and missing the third party even though she was a bitch to live with or whatever because he loves her. You haven't got rid of the he loves her part, have you? You've got to have he loves me and only me. That's it. I don't want you to affirm for the third party. It's literally keeping her alive. But if you want to do that, fucking go ahead. Frustrated, but yesterday my mum said I could go even if I saw that one. Hey Loz, yesterday I watched your video about changing SP and affirmed that my boyfriend drinks less. And then last night he told me he was cutting back on the beer. Yay, works so fast. Yes, darling. All right. Imagine him pouring down the sink. He doesn't drink anymore. Hi Loz, 2 questions. How would you manifest money? And my ex lashed out and told me my SP looks like a child molester. Oh. And now I'm worried I'm going to manifest that. How can I stop freaking out about it? The fuck's that got to do with your SP, darling? Your ex is just saying something nasty because you've got a dominant assumption that he's a nasty piece of work and says nasty things or isn't nice to you or doesn't treat you well, and he's just coming up with some bullshit to hurt your feelings because you've got a dominant assumption that that's why he's your ex because he's not very nice. Who cares? Gives a shit what he said. That's about your feelings about your ex and the kind of guy he is. Okay? And just say, money is coming to me out of the blue. I have so much money. I have all the money I need. I can afford everything I want. And don't listen to what your ex said. Notice I have a belief that men always cheat. Yes, I saw that one. Hi, Loz. I was the one yesterday who had that info overload due to reading and watching. Maybe it's because I might be spiraling due to no contact with SP. Can you help me? A yell is very much welcome. Look, guys, I've done that before. I've done the information overload. Why do you think I know so much? I've sat there and watched everything on Pluto's Gate and Sammy's channel and everything from Nevolution. I listened to all the Nevolution for years, way before I discovered Sammy or anyone. I listened to every single Neville lecture known to man. I've listened to the ones that you can't even find. I've read every lecture. I've read every book. Like I went information overload for years to try and work this out. But that's because I was in the state of I'm going to fuck this up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost. One day the penny just dropped for me and I just went, I know what I'm doing. Just decide you know what you're doing. Just decide. It's like sitting there and watching fitness tapes but not actually doing the workout. It's kind of useless, darling. You can watch them, but you've also got to do the work, okay? Hi, Loz. Everyone, I'm curious. When we manifest and the other person is also manifesting, would it clash and disrupt my manifestation? Darling, they're in their own reality, you're in yours. What they're doing over there is literally has no bearing on you whatsoever. You're the operant power in your reality. I don't give a shit what they're doing. It literally has no bearing on you at all. You're in your own reality. I've been improving. I'm not reacting to 3D. And my SP thought he wanted a kiss on the 31st before midnight first and after midnight, but I thought I wanted those kisses an hour before he asked me to. Thanks, Loz. What's this? And my SP thought he wanted a kiss on the 31st before midnight and first after midnight, but I thought I wanted those kisses an hour before he asked me to. Oh, so you thought of it and then he said, oh, brilliant, darling, you did that. If it's a friend with benefit situation, should we still have sex with them if we're okay, or should we stop seeing them until they want more? Darling, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do in the 3D, but you've got the dominant assumptions, friends and benefits not going to change. Well, you can sleep with them all you like, it won't change. But if you have the dominant assumption, he loves me, and every time we sleep together, he falls more and more in love with me, wants to make me his wife, then it'll change. It's what you're thinking whilst doing any action in the 3D, guys, what you're thinking about it. I asked on TikTok the other day, but I didn't answer, then my phone died. Sorry if it's on repeat. Oh, don't worry, Faith. When I affirm to get rid of anxiety, I say I'm mentally and physically healthy. When I affirm for my desired body and face, I say I have my desired body and face. Is this good? That's great. Melissa, what do you best recommend to not get too caught up in the 3D with SP when you work on them and see them every day? I know he has feelings for me, but I'm working on getting a serious commitment. Okay, if you work with them and see them every day, every time you look at them, just think, you love me so much. You can't stop thinking about me. When I walk out the room, you're just masturbating furiously about me inside your mind. You're fantasizing about me every time you go to the toilet. Can't stop thinking about me. Just think every time you see them positively about what he's thinking about you. Okay. Happy New Year, Loz and everyone. Oh, did you? What affirmations can I use to get pregnant by SP? I love being a mum. Being pregnant was the joy of my life. I love my big belly. I love waddling around. It was so beautiful. I got pregnant so easily. I love my little baby. My man loves our baby so much. He loves being a little family with us. He loves that little family. He loves his life with us. I love being a mum. Being a mum already, darling, and then imagine what it was like when you were pregnant. Imagine you're a mum already. Loz, I've focused on subconscious affirmations, but the opposite manifested. He blocked me. I don't know why, but I'm trying to be positive. Guys, sometimes what will play out is what you used to think. So you'll start affirming. There's a reason you started affirming, because you were fearful that they were pulling away and your relationship was going down the gurgler, right? Now they've pulled away. Oh, well, you were thinking they were pulling away. That's why you even bothered to come and find a manifesting channel about SPs. You understand that? A lot of you aren't understanding that the reason you came and looked at Sammy Ingram and my channel and other people's channels because you had a dominant fear that something was going wrong. That's now playing out, but you're getting shitty and worried because you're affirming now, but you've got to understand the 3D is delayed. So now that fear that you had that caused you to go and find the information is playing out. So just say it's delayed and I'm not worried about it, and the new thinking will turn up. It takes a while, guys, sometimes. Why don't people, SPs included, reflect the good side of us? Why is it always a negative? Why? Not for me. Why are you saying that? Almost like there's no accountability for their own actions. Fuck me, K-Mac. You're fucking lost as hell. It's their own actions, is it? And they've got to take accountability for the way they're acting. My 3D, it's got nothing to do with me. Have you watched me in your whole fucking life? Jesus Christ. Why don't people take accountability for the shit I'm reflecting out from my brain to them, from my subconscious mind, which I'm not aware of, and all they're doing is reflecting it back because they've got no free will in my reality? Why won't they take accountability for the shit that I'm causing in my brain? Why won't they do that? I'm pissed off at those people for reflecting my shitty thinking. Why won't they stop reflecting my shitty thinking? I wish they would stop doing that. I wish they would take accountability for not having any free will in my reality. Why won't they stop having no free will? That's what you're saying. Darling, if you watch my videos, please go and fucking acquaint yourself with the fact that you don't have anything but the operant power in your reality, and they don't have anything but no free will to reflect what you are sending out. You're causing it. So if people are being negative or shitty to you, you're fucking causing it with your shitty thinking, K-Mac. Jesus Christ. Why is it always negative? Well, I don't know. Maybe because your dominant assumption is it's always negative. If you read your fucking comment, it's called the law of assumption. What are you assuming? People are mean to me. They keep turning up negative in my reality. Negative shit keeps happening always. They won't reflect the good side of me. Well, maybe because the good side of you isn't being reflected out by you. Do you ever think of that? Because you're seeing them like an asshole. Do you ever think of that? Fuck me. Go and watch all my videos. You're really lost. I'm feeling blah due to COVID being so bad again. Oh, fucking stop worrying about it. And not being able to see my friends a lot. Go out more and work from home, which causes me to focus on my SPN situation because, fuck me, honestly, someone got in a conversation with me yesterday about COVID and I said, why are you even putting this in my brain? And it was annoying. And I said, I'm not, he said, well, you're living in La La Land. I said, it'll affect you. It won't fucking affect me. And I got really annoyed because I thought, don't bring your shit into my reality. I don't want to hear this crap. He's like, oh, next will be this. And I was like, fuck off. Right? Stop thinking it's a problem. Start taking your isolation or whatever is happening to you, not being able to see your friends and all that, as I get to work from home and build my business, or I get to work on my career, or I get to focus on my self-concept because it was in the shitter. This alone time is great for me. Can you please see the positives, guys, in the isolation? Please. Best affirmations to open up a business shop location. I love my new shop. It's in the perfect location for me. It's a booming business. I love my thriving whatever business in wherever it is. It was so easy for me to get this location. It was so easy for me to set up my business. It's thriving. Hi, Loz, what kind of affirmations would I use for marriage to my SP? He did say over and over, he sees a future for us. He loves being married to me. I'm so wifey to him. He loves to show me off. He bought me the most beautiful rock. We love our new home together. We're so coupled up and married. We're such a happily married couple. Everyone's so jealous of us. Those things, darling. Imagine you already live together. Imagine you're already married. Imagine those affirmations. I have no question. I understand the assignment by Loz. Just want to send love. Oh, Evan Scarlett, lovely. I have been listening since you put it out, but I'll continue. Good, please. Keep doing it. Hi, on TikTok you talked about neglecting versus abuse and the 4 stems of it. Can you repeat it again, please, so I can rewatch it on here? Thank you so much for everything. Neglecting versus abuse. Right. So there's 4 fears that you will hold in your life that are causing your reality. One is either you were abused, therefore you have mistrust and you assume hurt. You're abused, or you were in a really unstable household where you got hurt in some way, or you were really, really, like it was totally unstable. So you have no trust in any other people. And then you'll assume cheating, hurt, you'll push people away or cling on to them because you assume hurt. That's the first one. Second one is neglect, basically emotional deprivation. When you're a child, you are emotionally deprived of the key core emotional needs that a child needs, like affection, love, guidance, support, shelter, being loved and wanted, okay? Or you were made to feel not good enough in some way, or something was wrong with you, which makes you now feel like you're not chosen or not enough. What are you yelling about? What do you want? I gave you food. For God's sake, you want to sit up here, do you? Well, go on then. You want to sit here? Come on. Come on then. Then the last one is abandonment, like you're physically abandoned in your reality by someone, like someone left or died. They're the 4 fears, okay? That's where everything comes from. To get rid of anxiety, it'll all be in my self-concept course, I promise, guys. To get rid of anxiety, in addition to affirming in the present tense, is there anything else I should be doing? Well, do some meditation, do some guided meditation, do some breath work, go and do Ho'oponopono or anything that calms you down. Go and do my anti-anxiety meditation, anything that can help your anxiety, darling. Go and take a walk in nature and affirm. Go and sit by the beach and do your affirmations. Like, take yourself out of your normal routine if that helps you. Also, I cannot thank you enough for your heart and support. You have literally changed my life and it's so valuable to me. I really want a one-on-one with you. What to affirm so to afford it soon. I don't do them anymore, Kerry. You can't afford it soon because I don't do them. I'll be doing group coaching though, but thank you, darling. That's great. Hi, Loz. I've seen movement with my SP in the past few weeks. Now I have discovered that he's talking to other girls. I can't seem to get rid of it out of my mind. Darling, if they're talking to other girls, give a good meaning that every single bitch he talks to isn't you. It just reminds him how much you loved him, what your love felt like, how great you are, how amazing the time was with you, that you made him laugh, that no one gets him like you, no one understands him like you. You can fuck a million bitches, they're not you. So that. How do we persist in health affirmations while still feeling really sick? Well, just try, darling, really try. Okay, I know it's hard when you're feeling sick, but just say, I feel so good in myself. It's like when you banged your foot and it's hurting. You've got to say, my feet pain, I'm so pain-free. I'm so pain-free. I never get any pain. And you just stubbed your toe. Got to bypass it, guys. Oh, sorry, guys. This is jumped. Oh, crap. Where was I? Oh, man, there's so many questions here. I've got to stop answering them in such detail because I'm never getting to everyone's questions. Look. Your ways of explaining the law of assumption and what you say about LOA makes so much sense. It's simple to understand. Now I feel like I'm a master it. But what, Jay? Where's the but? Why is there a but? Where's the rest of it? Why is there a but after that? But what? I don't know what you said, but that's good. Just get rid of the but. I don't affirm a lot for SP. I mostly affirm self-concept. Wonderful. I'm just in a knowing state with SP and not too fussed, as I'm in no rush, although I still affirm sometimes when I think about SPs. Okay, yes, guys, if you think about them, affirm for them, absolutely. Do triggers set back our manifestation as long as we're not persisting in all is well? Darling, stop saying your triggers will fuck it up. I can't fuck this up. Doesn't matter what I think, I can't fuck this up. Doesn't matter what I do, I can't fuck this up. Mm-hmm. Hi, Laws. My SP says he has to figure his life out, and that's why we are separating. Any suggestion to affirm against this? So you've got a dominant assumption that his life's in the shitter, or it's disorganized, or he's sorting out his money, or he's poor at the moment, or he's out of divorce, or blah, blah, blah. Whatever your dominant story is about him, get rid of it. He's healed, he's whole, he's ready for me. He's totally ready for me now. His life's totally together. I met a guy, he's 7 years younger. Yes, who cares? I'm the problem because I think too much about the age and the fact that I have 2 kids. I feel like I'm baggage. Darling, every single SP I've ever had in my life has been 6 or 7 years younger. What's your point? Who cares? You're seeing it as a problem. Who gives a shit? Why would they be with you if they had a problem with the kids? Say they have no problem with the kids. He doesn't want kids. He loves my kids. Just stop seeing it as an obstacle. Stand there and let these different people beat my ass while affirming I'm enough. What are you talking about? Stand there and let these different people beat my ass while affirming I am enough. What the fuck is that? You're a real negative mindset, darling. What the fuck happened to you? Who hurt you? I am the one who got away. Stand there and let these different people beat my ass. Well, first of all, if you're being actually, like that's semantically what you're saying, that actual people are beating you up or hitting you or causing physical abuse in your reality, no. I don't say to stick around to be beaten up or abused or physically molested in your reality by someone. What the fuck are you talking about? Guys, if you have got the dominant assumption that what manifesting is allowing shit to happen to you in your 3D and allowing people to treat you like shit and you're just going to stand there and affirm, no, you remove yourself from a situation where people are treating you like shit and you start realizing why they're treating you like shit in your mind and what thinking caused that, first of all. But I can see what caused that. You've got some real fucking negative thinking. So I just stand here and let people abuse me while I affirm? That sounds stupid. Oh, fuck, you've got no chance of changing anything, darling, if that's your attitude to life. That, do I just let people beat me up? People beat me up. There's all these people beating me up. Why have you got the dominant assumption that everyone hurts you and beats you up and is negative to you and shit happens to you in your reality that's so bad? Even your username says it. I'm the one who got away. Oh, I never get anything. Fuck me, darling. Really sit down and assess your negative mindset. Where the fuck did it come from? Were you abused as a kid or something? Something's going on there because you really need to fix it. It's even in your comment and your username. No, I don't want anyone to be putting up with abuse whilst affirming. Is that what you mean? Do triggers set back our manifestation as long as we're... Guys, it won't set it back. Just say it won't. I don't affirm a lot for SP. I mostly affirm. That's wonderful. Guys, don't repeat it. Hey, Loz, how do you balance between spiritual beliefs that everyone has a destiny? Well, they don't. And you're supposed to experience certain people, place, things of manifestation. No, you don't. What you may want will go against your destiny. No, darling, there's no such thing as destiny. If you believe in manifestation, what the fuck has destiny got to do with it? If you're manifesting things, you're causing it. So there's no outside force deciding what happens to you. It literally contradicts what you believe. If you believe in destiny, you're fucked. You may as well not manifest, and you're not understanding that no one's got any free will to do anything but reflect your thinking. What is spiritual belief? What do you mean? Everyone's got a destiny. Says who? God, are you talking about? The people that taught you that God is outside of you, even though the Bible continuously, the whole way through the book says, I am this, I am that, I am the light, I am the way I am. God is inside you. God is you. You are God. You are all gods. Have you read it? Read it again. You've not understood it. Oh, there's this destiny outside of me, this higher power outside of me decides my fate. I'm fucked because I'm so spiritual. No, read the book again. You've completely misunderstood it based on the indoctrination of whatever stupid fucking religion you belong to. Okay? Read it again and go and read Neville's teachings on the Bible, because the translation that your church is teaching you is brainwashing you into thinking that there's a higher power outside of you and you've got no control over shit in your life, which is why you keep going to church. And then you have to pay them to tell you what's happening next and pray and sit in a pew and donate. If you knew that the power was you, why the fuck would you go to church? You wouldn't. My boyfriend and I have been great. We've been persisting for a proposal. We had an argument, and the other day he said some awful things to me. I've been ignoring it, felt a bit sad, but moving on. Could this be purging? Yes, darling. Just imagine, oh, he didn't mean what he said. He just had a bad day. He had his period. Just don't worry about it, darling. Just go and revise it. My SP is constantly accusing me of cheating and saying he doesn't trust me. Why is that? And what do I say to affirm against it? Do you feel like you're not heard, you're not listened to? Okay. That people put you down, that you put down a lot, that you're not enough, that people reject you. If you've got a dominant assumption, you get rejected. That'll just manifest in some way. It could be someone saying, I don't trust you. It could be someone saying you're a cheater, that you're not enough. And so they're going to pick holes in your personality and things about you. I am not enough. Something's wrong with me. That's your dominant assumption. Get rid of it. My favorite YouTuber, TikToker from Sydney. Oh, thank you. You're from Sydney. Love from Sydney. Oh, thank you, darling. You are the best. Is writing the new story and recoding it on recording on a loop at night the same as affirmations, or do I say affirmations when I get a bad thought? Okay, so Ryan, yes, you could record your new story at night and listen to it on a loop as you're sleeping. Yes, you absolutely. And yes, do I say affirmations when I get a bad thought? Affirmations are just new thoughts that replace the old thoughts. So yes, please. Wonderful. I did the affirmations. Money comes to me easily, and then my parents gave me a couple of $100. Oh, wonderful. I manifested white flowers from someone who has never gotten me flowers. They weren't all white, but it was different assortment plus white. Well, that's great, darling. Sometimes it doesn't show up exactly how you imagine. Affirming for SP, literally everyone else is coming in. He and I spoke last week, but nothing since. Don't worry about it, darling. Imagine it's happening. It's working. It's working. Can I manifest him even though I'm not his type? Who says you're not his type? You've decided you're not his type. I don't give a shit what he said. You know the amount of people who had a type and they haven't married their type that I know? So many people. My best mate is like me. She likes woggy looking guys. By woggy, I mean Italians and Greeks. Her SP is very lily white and blonde, her husband. Okay, I've got a lot of friends like that. Don't worry about what their type is. Any advice on manifesting your dream body? I love my juicy ass. I love my tiny waist. I love my smooth skin. Everyone admires my gorgeous hourglass figure. Say things like that, Johnny. Hi, Lord, whatever it is you want. Hi, Loz. My SP gets frustrated when I share if an incident has hurt my feelings and he thinks I'm trying to pick a fight. Well, probably will. And shuts down, probably because you're telling him he hurt you, which is not what I tell you to do. I'm not sure what to manifest. Yes, if you tell him, you hurt me, you're saying, I'm telling you off for the thing I caused you to do. Some people really misunderstand the difference between expressing a feeling and expressing you're hurting me. I'm blaming you for the way I'm feeling. They're not doing anything, guys, when they hurt you. You hurt yourself. Someone could say something to someone and the same thing could be said to another person. It doesn't hurt them, but it hurts you. What's the difference? You. It's not the thing they said or the thing they did. It's you. You're your own hurt. You're causing your own hurt. So if you go and tell them, he hurt me, you hurt me, you're just accusing them of something. And all they're doing is reflecting your thinking. He's hurtful. He doesn't appreciate me. He doesn't spend enough time with me. He says nasty things, and then he'll do it, and then you're telling him off for the thing you made him do. What the fuck are you doing? That's not what I tell you to do. I say things like, that didn't feel nice. I'm going to go now. I feel a bit uncomfortable. I feel a bit sad. I'm confused. I just feel a bit lost. That's expressing your feelings. Not, when you did this, you made me feel this and you hurt my feelings. Please stop doing that. Well, how do you live in the end of buying your house when you have no specific house in mind? Just imagine a house you live in. And it could be your dream house. Do a vision board of the house if you want. Cut it out of magazines or find a vision board virtually and imagine it. It doesn't have to be something you already know. You can imagine it in your mind, guys. Imagine you live there already. So I was at the mechanic today and his fellow mechanic carried my bag and water to the car. Oh, I'm the queen. I would normally say, oh, no, that's okay. I'll get it to protect myself, not looking weak. Oh, Paul, let them do it. One. Can you explain the difference between rampage and purging? I hear the purge happens naturally. Doesn't necessarily happen. But I kind of want to kickstart mine because the 3D circumstance I want to release and start from scratch. Guys, the purge doesn't always happen. The purge is just old thoughts playing out. It doesn't always happen. Rampaging is just building up your self-concept by yelling and screaming and being really, really strong in what you're affirming. I'm so this, I'm so that, I'm so beautiful, I'm so special. Of course he loves me because there's no one like me. That's a rampage. Purging is just a whole lot of shit's happening in your 3D that you don't want. That's your old thinking playing out. Hi from Canada. Discovered maybe 2 weeks ago and I'm seeing movement and nearly gave up. Oh, well, darling, don't give up. Hi, Loz. How do you manifest good health for other people? Just affirm they're healthy. See them healthy. Imagine them telling you how healthy they are. I affirm it's so easy to manifest and have been having amazing success. Honestly, when you think it's hard, it will be hard. Yep. Loz, this is the first live I've been in a situation where I'm the one in the wrong with my SP. Should I keep affirming that I've forgiven? Yes, darling. Just don't imagine you're in the wrong. Imagine he doesn't care. Hi, Loz. How many main self-concept affirmations should you recommend for? I have 9. Look, guys, that's fine. Absolutely. 9's great. I've lost all desire to have SP2. He's so lovely, but I don't feel anything. I really want to, though, because I feel I deserve this love. Should I do more self-concept and he'll show up? Look, guys, you can have the one you want or the one you don't, a different one, a new one. Just maybe Hallie just be in the state of loved and wanted by someone. Doesn't necessarily have to be them, and another one will show up and you can decide. How do you get someone to believe your side of the story and what you're saying is the truth? Just say they believe me. Everyone believes everything I say. Everyone always listens to what I say. Everyone always respects me, honours my opinion. Don't try and convince them in 3D, darling. Pounding on top of you every morning. That's a message I can support. Loz, I was affirming out of fear of my SP. You hit the nail right on the head. I'm turning the focus on me, not him. Good. Pounding. My SP is sick with the flu, and today I made him chicken soup in my head. Just an idea for you guys. Oh, that's lovely. In your head. I seriously haven't stressed out once in 2022. I feel like I'm literally know that I have everything I want. It's getting easier to learn and adjust accordingly. I just come on here to learn and enjoy. Wonderful, guys. Why don't people, SPs included? I saw that one. Another coach has gone from assumption to attraction, is now saying you have to heal your blocks, do shadow work, etc., get manifestation. I'm like, no. Is that M. Terry? I came across one of her videos the other day on TikTok. She's like, I'm not necessarily law of assumption, law of attraction. I'm doing both. I was like, what are you talking about, bitch? You confused yourself. Brianne, is it okay to look at old texts with SP's way of living then? Absolutely. Caleb was the coach I met. He's gone from rogue. Oh, he's gone rogue and triggering me. You're talking about Caleb. Caleb's gone rogue. Oh, I just subscribed to his channel on here because I'm subscribed to my old account. Oh, no, he's gone rogue now? He changes his mind a lot, Caleb. He used to confuse me a little bit when I watch him. I'm like, you changed your fucking mind again. What the fuck are you talking about? Or he's got ADHD or something, can't stick to one idea. Hi, Loz. I feel like because I don't say anything to SP when he stands me up or leaves me on red for days, he thinks he can get away with it, treating me this way. I always brush it off even though it does bother me. Alexis, you can voice your opinion. That didn't feel very nice. I'd really love, I would have loved to have seen you tonight. You can say that, guys, but you've got to understand you're causing it. I'm not saying be a doormat. I'm saying you can express your feeling, Alexis, but you obviously haven't changed your story about him, or you haven't felt like you're enough to get the dates. Stop blaming them, guys, for what's showing up. You can express a feeling, but stop blaming them. Well, what I meant was forcing and acting in 3D before I got what I wanted, but how did I get it if I was acting in 3D? Well, you probably had a dominant assumption it was going to happen, darling. I don't know. You can still act in 3D and get it, but it's what you're thinking about it when you do it. Is non-stop affirming and visualizing sufficient? For example, my phone is blowing up with messages, calls from my SP, or my SP is always coming over to visit me. Will this really become fact? Not really, Jade, if you're not doing self-concept. That might become fact, but if you don't do self-concept for why he would be calling you and texting you and coming over and visiting you, they can do that, but you won't get the relationship you want because you haven't changed the reason why they stopped doing that. Have you worked on self-concept, or are you just doing all SP shit? I don't teach you to do that. Isn't that acting as if, though, which is heavily LOA? Look, guys, I don't care if you act as if, so long as you're thinking the thoughts of you're dominantly the person you want to be. But, yeah, acting as if isn't really going to do much. It just makes you feel, well, it's using your imagination. There's not a person in your bed. If I'm saying, are you talking about me saying lying in your bed as if someone's there? Well, they're not physically there, are they? I haven't got a plastic man in my bed, a blow-up doll, and throwing their arms around me. That's LOA. Getting an actual plastic man in my bed, actually clearing out my closet. I'm using my imagination, guys, which is all law of assumption is. You're assuming something new with your imagination. Caleb and Sari are so confusing, I had to stop watching them. They're just changing their minds a little bit. That's why when people were like, please go and watch, what do you think of Sammy's video about I'm over Neville, I'm not listening to Neville anymore? And then I watched it and realised everything she was saying in the video was Neville. So now what she was teaching in that video was pure Neville. No affirming. Great, Sammy. That's Neville. What are you talking about? Sometimes what they're saying they're doing and what they're actually doing are two completely different things. Look, I just think if coaches are confused about what they're teaching, they should wait until they make another video because they're confusing people. If you're confused, guys, don't watch until you feel like they're not confused again. Thank you for answering that question, Lois. I knew that part of Caleb's video didn't sound right. Thanks for confirming. I don't know what he's talking about. I have to go watch it. I don't know if you guys have the store Home Depot in Australia, but my SP and I went there today and chose things we want in our house together, in our future house, being affirming marriage, living together. Oh, Emma, lovely. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, Loz, trauma from being a piece of meat affirmations, please. Some I use are, I'm not used and abused by men. I am adored by men I want. I am more than enough. I'm more than just a sexual desire. Okay, I would get rid of I am more than just a sexual desire. I am not used and abused by men, because that's still bringing it up in your mind. I was used and abused. Oh, I used to be that. I used to be a piece of meat. Just say, everyone treats me so beautifully. I get such romantic men in my life. The men in my life adore me. They love my personality. They love this about me and that about me, all the qualities that are not sexual or about your body. Okay, and then you've got to figure out where that came from. Is it feeling not good enough, or were you abused as a child? It's one of the two. And affirm against that. That's my grandma. She was the it girl, but my grandfather, I do not have to overgive to receive love. Yes, guys. If I have a shitty thought, it helps me to fully think the shitty thought. I say to myself, yes, I feel XYZ, and it does not affect my manifestation. That's great. If I give in, it flows out of me, and we're done. That's wonderful. Love that. I only watch Loz and Kimberly. Yeah. Look, guys, if people aren't aligning with you at the moment, just maybe give it a month or so before you watch them again if they're just being a bit confusing. I'm not saying don't watch Sammy or Caleb, but if they're confusing you, maybe just stick to Kimberly and me. And create your future. You can go ahead and change your thoughts. SP and I were about to argue, but I didn't participate. Instead, in my head, I affirmed we get along great. We did. We worked it out. Yep. Hi, Loz. If we are affirming and the other party in our reality is also affirming, no. They're in their own reality, darling. You're not understanding this. Only you have the power, okay? They can't do anything to you in your reality. Could use some help. SP texted Happy New Year and offered to return a reusable shopping bag I left at her place. Why does she need to do that? She just needs to see you. A reusable shopping bag. You really needed that. Couldn't get another one? I texted back Happy New Year and I pick it up, but no response back yet. Thoughts? Just imagine that they're trying to think of excuses. They're embarrassed at the stupid excuse they thought of. Oh, I've got this pen. You know, the guy turns up at the end of the movie. I'm just returning a pen. She's like, I didn't need the pen. He's just finding an excuse to meet her. They see her again, and he's just not that into you. Have you seen that movie? Just give it a good meaning, darling. She's embarrassed by her stupid excuse to see you. That's all it is. Caleb Pluto's gate confused me by saying the affirmations about how your SP acts towards you, i.e. my SP is obsessed with me, won't work as these are only perceptions and not the self-concept required. But if they imply that you're loved, how that helps your self-concept? Oh, I don't understand. I have to go watch him. What is the difference between rampage affirming and fear affirming? Well, look, that can be hand in hand sometimes when you're really freaked out, and they still work. Look, I rampaged in the state of complete and utter fear when my mum went missing and police were trying to find her, and she's got Alzheimer's and she can't talk and she doesn't know her name and she doesn't know where she lives, and she'd been missing for 6 hours in the dark, in the cold. I was affirming, rampaging out of complete and utter petrification. Still worked. I still got her back exactly the way I affirmed, exactly the words I was going to say when I saw her, exactly the situation, exactly the image in my mind showed up an hour later, and I was affirming and visualizing with my eyes open whilst in a complete state of utter terror that my mum was dead. Okay? It still works. She hasn't spoken in months and was upset. I told her ex-husband we dated since it was a secret to him. Last time we texted, she's with a third party now too. Don't worry about all that history, darling. Old news, old news, old news. Who cares about that? She's not angry. She's not upset. Why would she be upset? She's asking to see you. Happy New Year, Loz. You are the best at explaining it all and making me feel like manifesting is really doable. Question, are you still doing one-on-one calls? No, Jade. Sorry, darling, and thank you. I'm doing group coaching soon, I promise, as soon as I work out how the fuck to do it. Because there's so many people asking and I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to work it out. I'll have to really think about it. I might have to do it the way Kim Blair's does and just have a lot of people, but I don't really want to have lots of people. But if I don't have lots of people, it'll be really expensive. Do you believe in divine timing? No. Or is it instant, a fast manifestation, a thing? If you really stick to living the end and believing, guys, it's already here. Creation's finished. Once you assume the desire, it's done, right? Divine timing is you decide the timing. You're divine. You decide it. There's nothing outside of you deciding, okay? It's like he's on his own personal journey to heal himself. Oh, look, guys, people can be discussing things outwardly on lives or on videos with you and discovering things. I've done that a few times where I'm kind of healing myself and talking out loud whilst thinking about certain things. I'm sure I've done that. So it's no surprise that Sammy and Caleb are doing that. Why don't people? Guys, please don't repeat the question. I have a pattern where guys I've confessed to or flirted with either friend zone or ghost to me because you've got the dominant assumption that they're going to reject you. Now I'm no contact with SP and I want to manifest him back despite third party. Aside from that, from I am chosen affirmations, any other tips? So you've got a dominant assumption people are going to reject you because you feel like there's something wrong with you, you're not good enough, you're not the girlfriend, you're not enough to be the girlfriend, you've never been the girlfriend. Relationships never worked out for you, something's wrong with you, something's going on there. Figure it out and then affirm against each one of the things that you feel is wrong with you. And then see yourself as a girlfriend. Cut the bitch's life support off. Third parties don't exist unless we give them life. Yes, Brittany. Hi, Loz, can I have a call with you? No, darling, I'm really sorry. It's very misleading in these videos. Oh, guys, these are just answers to people's questions. Be doers of the word, not just hearers only. Yes, Ali. Guys, did you hear that? Be doers of the word. Do this rather than just listening and watching videos. I need to rewrite old story. Dad cheated on mum, bullied at school, granddad died, nan died, X1 left a week after, dad got ill, and X2 said I'm manipulative and I'm lying. Help me, please. Well, literally fucking rewrite all of that, darling. How am I going to help you with it? You literally just revise every fucking thing you just said here. You weren't bullied at school. Your dad didn't cheat. Well, they did, and write a letter to each one who wronged you. I wish you hadn't died, granddad. I wish you were still here, blah, blah, blah. A letter. Letter to your dad. I wish you hadn't cheated on mum. You're a fucking asshole. Now you've screwed me up with men. I'm not going to be that girl anymore. He thinks men are like this. That was only you, and I'm not going to imagine any other men in my reality are going to be like you. That was just you and your choices, and you're not going to affect me anymore. Write a letter to whoever wronged you, whoever you're still fucked in your brain about, darling, and read it out as if they're sitting there, and then get rid of it and write the new story. Can we affirm our SP doesn't want anyone else if we want to not be with them until we get our job, but still want them later, even though he's turning old? I don't want him to be with anyone else. Just say he doesn't want anyone but me. Absolutely. I keep telling him not to cancel out what I'm trying to do. K-Mac, they can't cancel out what you're trying to do. You're really lost. Have you watched me before? I don't think you have. They can't cancel out what you're trying to do. They're literally reflecting your thinking. If you think they're cancelling out what you're trying to do, that's your assumption. He's got power over you in your reality and he's got free will. What are you talking about? Please go watch my videos and come back to another live next week when you've actually watched the content. You're really not understanding that you're creating your reality with your thinking. And no one's got any power to do anything to you in your reality, including cancelling out your thinking. What are you talking about? Please go and watch every video in the How to Manifest series and then the Manifest Your Specific Person series. You're not understanding this at all. Hi, Loz. I'm beating myself up over crying today. I feel frustrated. My SP isn't performing quickly. What should I do? Guys, you can have a cry, but don't beat yourself up. That's a whole lot of I fuck things up. This isn't working. I can't do this right. Why isn't this working? Beating yourself up. I'm not good enough stuff. You beat yourself up, guys. It's a whole lot of I'm not good enough. I'm not chosen. Fix it. Is living in the end the only thing I do to manifest anything? So you can manifest anything literally by thinking as if we have it. Guys, I am that is how you manifest. That's it. That's all you need to know. If all you knew about manifesting is I am that. What does that mean? I am that now. I am that I am. That's what it means. If you want something, you've got to assume that you am that, are that, I am that now. That's what visualizing does. You're stepping into the state of having it now. That's what affirming does. I am loved. I am lovable. I am wanted. I am chosen. I am it now. That's all it is. That's all manifesting is. And if anyone teaches you anything other than that, they're a moron. It's that simple, guys. What are you? Oh, I think I'm single. Well, how the fuck am I going to be in a relationship if I'm walking around thinking I'm single? I am in a couple. I am loved. I am married. Oh, I feel married now. Oh, great. Hi, Loz. Can you tell me how to change my self-concept? Sometimes I feel like I'm forcing myself. Guys, look, it won't come about overnight. Sometimes you do feel like you're forcing yourself because your brain has got other ideas. Don't worry about it. You won't believe them, the self-concept affirmations, so don't even bother. Just keep doing them. It doesn't matter about if you don't believe them. SP cancelled our trip fully and said he's checked out of our relationship and going to be cold because something I did that upset him. How do I include his forgiveness and giving me a second chance in my self-concept? So stop thinking you've done something wrong, revise the conversation, imagine you went on the trip. Stop beating yourself up like you've done something wrong. And he trusts me, he loves me. Our relationship means so much to him. He would never screw it up. Can we affirm our SP doesn't? Hi, Lisa. Can we affirm our SP doesn't want anyone else? I saw that one, guys. Please don't repeat it. Yes, Kim Blair's great too, guys. Living in the end, I forgot about Kim. Living in the end gets easier and easier every day. I'm so excited. Wonderful, darling. I keep affirming that my SP is in constant contact with me, but I'm still having a hard time ignoring the 3D and living in the end. Well, because you're not working on your self-concept, Jade, from what I can see. You're just affirming for contact, which will do pretty much jack shit except get some contact, and that's it. How to get back on track. These last 3 days feel like shit, almost giving up on my SP. Well, guys, look, at some point you're going to have to just take your finger out your ass and man up and be like, well, Loz can't make me do this. I've got to make myself do this. Or give up then and stop watching me. Love you, Loz. You're a life-changing thing. You're welcome, Tom. Yes, I always feel like I have a ring on my wedding ring finger lately. Wonderful. Yes, Kimberly's and Loz are the best. Yes, guys, Kimberly's great. Thank you, Loz. You've changed my mindset so much. You mean so much to me. Never change. You're amazing. Really open my eyes. Oh, Shannon, wonderful. Yes, imagine your dad well, darling. Good news only. Can we affirm our SP doesn't want anyone else? Yes, I saw that. Hi, Loz. What would you say is my self-concept that is causing my fear of people taking what's mine away, including SP? What way would you suggest affirming? Also, does it need to be the same affirmations or rants work too? You can rant. But guys, what people take what's mine away. Well, did that happen to you as a child? You were constantly moved around or abandoned. So like you lived in one country or one town and the next minute you had to move somewhere else, or you had toys taken away from you as punishment or things taken away from you as punishment, or you were constantly in competition with siblings who took things from you or touched your stuff and then you constantly felt like nothing was ever yours. Where's that come from? What's mine is mine. Nothing ever, no one ever takes anything away from me. I get all my desires. My desires are mine. They're my birthright. Say those things. I get what I want now. I'm in control. Start saying those things down. Is it okay to look at old texts with SP as a way of living in the yes, darling? Loz, hi. I don't know why, but suddenly everything was going good and then all fears are kicking back in that things are not going to go as I've been affirming from. Where is it coming from? From you having dominant negative thinking that's always been there and your brain is fighting you. Guys, if you've always thought negatively, your brain will keep doing it until you change it. That's your dominant state of being negative all the time. You've really got to fight your brain. You read that wrong. No, K-Mac, I'm reading everything right. You're fucking negative as, and you're not understanding that no one in your reality is doing anything to you, that you're causing everything. You're really not understanding the fundamentals of I am the only cause. I can see it in every single one of your questions. You're not getting that. I'm not saying you're negative. Sorry, I shouldn't have said you're negative. You're just not understanding you're causing it. And you're blaming other people for your reality, okay? You really need to go and watch my videos because you're not understanding that one principle. If you can't understand that, you won't get this and you'll blame everyone for your problems. Hi, Loz. If I say, of course my SP is obsessed with me because I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, is this SP affirmation or self-concept? I'm trying to use more self-concept. Of course my SP is obsessed with me because I'm the most beautiful. Yeah, so the most beautiful part is the self-concept and the first part is SP. Do them together. That's great. Ever since I found you, I've been putting in the work. I found so much peace. I know I'll be here soon with SP success story for you. Wonderful, darling. If I was the one who did things wrong in the relationship and he was a wonderful man, this makes me think that he is not coming back because he only remembers the bad times. Look, I've done that, darling, attracted in a wonderful person, then really fucked it with my triggers, okay? You've just got to affirm that they don't care the way you acted. They love you anyway. They always loved you. They're back to the old them that loved you, and you haven't fucked anything up, okay? Really work on your I'm not good enough, I'm not chosen shit. My daughter never helped me around the house. I started affirming that she was so helpful and loved helping me. Now she cleans all the time and offers to help me every single day. See? Wonderful. Absolutely love isolation. Sometimes it helps me focus and not overthink. Yes, guys. Do you believe in divine timing? No, stop asking the same question, guys. No, I didn't misunderstand what you're saying, K-Mac. I fully understood it. Darling, I do lives twice a fucking day. You think I didn't understand your question? I can see that you don't understand you're the only cause. I can see right through your question. Don't tell me I didn't understand it. I fucking understood it, darling. Don't be here if you're going to fucking accuse me of not understanding your dumb question that was just full of everyone else's fucking my reality and everyone else is at fault. Why is everyone doing things to me? Because of you. Are you really defensive all the time in your reality? Oh, you're getting defensive in my comments? That says something about you. Maybe that's why things are happening to you the way they are. Lola's going to give you an example of birds will land. Nita, it's just people giving you attention. Lying on you, flirting with you. Lola, my dad is crazy. He just called me yelling about my brother. Every day he calls me to talk about it. He's literally a child. Help. Oh, Nancy, stop saying he's like that. Stop seeing him like that. Just say no one talks to me about my brother anymore. My parents love my brother. They get along so well. Stop saying he's crazy. And when he does it, say, Dad, I don't want to get in the middle of this. I really don't want to talk about it. You're going to have to talk about it with someone else. I love you and my brother equally, and I don't want to get in the middle of this. Say something like that if you don't want him to do it anymore. And just because I say to my dad when he brings up certain things, I go, Dad, I actually don't want to speak about this anymore. In my reality, we don't speak about this anymore. And then I just affirm he doesn't, and then he stops. Okay? Hi, Loz. Can I have some more? Every time we sleep together, he falls more in love. I'm ready to enjoy hookups and keep things casual, but I still want respect and love. I'll just say when he looks in my eyes, he sees his future with me, he sees his future wife. When he throws his arms around me, there's no other place he'd rather be than with me. Things like that. If you abuse as a child and men have cheated in relationships, what do you suggest? Currently affirming to move from friends with benefits to a relationship with SP. So if you're abused as a child, you're going to have the dominant assumption that everyone abuses you or uses you. And that's why you end up in friends with benefits. Because you've got the dominant assumption that your body is a thing that's used by people, that that's your commodity, that that's what you're worth. And so you'll constantly end up in situations where people don't see your worth, don't value you, and use you because you've got the dominant assumption from childhood, which isn't your fault, that you get used. I can trust the people in my world now. They are so loving to me. They value me so much. They see my worth. They treat me like I need to be treated. I'm treated so beautifully now. That's the old me. I'm not that girl anymore. I get the relationship. I am loved and adored for who I really am. Things like that, darling. Hold on, Loz. You are aging in reverse. Oh, Nita. So sweet to me. Well, if she's so excited to see me, I think she'd jump at my offer to pick up the bag, and that was a couple of days ago. Am I focused too much on time? You've got an assumption that she's not excited. See that? In the assumption, you're assuming, well, she's not excited. Stop having that assumption. My friend told me she can't trust guys, so I yelled at her and told her if she says that, guys will reflect it. Say the opposite and get what you want. It's so clear now that we create everything. Yes, guys. Honestly, the amount of girls I know in England, and they're all still single, and I look at them, and the amount of beliefs they have about men play out in every single scenario they're in, and they'll be like, God, guys are always flaky on me, la, 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 and the same thing will happen with the same girl over and over and over again, and I'll just watch them going, you're not getting this. One's a massive overgiver. One thinks guys are flaky, and she is in masculine energy all the time and arranges all the dates because she thinks they're flaky. And it's just like, I watch them and I just think, you guys don't understand what your dominant assumption about men is, and it's playing out every time you go on a date. $100 per person an hour and a half group coaching for 10 people. And a half group coaching for 10 people. Half group coaching. Oh, $100 per person for an hour and a half group coaching for 10 people. Yeah, I could do that for 10. I was going to do 15. Yeah. Nancy, you are reaffirming that your dad calls you every day about your brother. Yes, stop saying he calls you. Is there a difference between saying I am or you are when affirming? It doesn't matter, darling. Read that when you use you, all the cells in your body accept it versus just the subconscious. Is that a load of bullshit? What, your cells have brains, do they? What are you talking about? Who told you that? My cells they've got their own little brain. They listen to me. They've got ears. Darling, you can say I am or you are, whichever is less clunky for you. I wasn't trying to bash Caleb this evening. I love the guy and watched him on and off from the beginning of his channel. I just occasionally have to squint my eyes at some of the content. Oh, look, I love Caleb too. I think he's wonderful. I'm not lost, no. Yes, you are, Kay. I'm really sorry. Look how defensive you are in these comments. I am here to help people. If you come on my fucking lives and start being defensive and saying, oh, I'm not lost. No, but I've identified your fucking problem in your questions. You don't belong here, Kay, because you're not taking any responsibility for your reality. You blame others in your reality. You even blame me for your fucking problems and accusing me of not understanding you. Kay, manifestation isn't going to work for you. You've got no self-awareness at all. You're like the least self-aware person in the chat. You're not listening to me. You haven't opened your ears. You're blaming me for your fucking problems. You're blaming everyone else. You're thinking I'm misunderstanding you. You're lost as fucking hell. Go away. I can't help you because you're not opening your ears. You're not accepting responsibility. You're blaming everyone else, including me, for your fucking problems. Goodbye. You don't belong here, darling, because you're not willing to learn. You want to be right and you want to be defensive, and you won't be able to do shit in your reality except manifest a whole lot of negativity because you're negative as hell. Look how negative you are. Look how defensive you are. Why are you so fucking defensive? Were you abused as a child, and so your constant state of reality is I'm in a defense mode because people hurt me? That's where I'm saying that's what's coming on there in that reality. In your questions, you've either been really hurt in your past or you've been abused, and you're in a constant state of fight or flight response of people hurt me and I have to defend myself and I have to be in full control and everyone else is going to hurt me in my reality because I'm not in control. And you're in a state of feeling out of control, so you have to take full control and blame everyone else for your problems. What happened to you as a child, darling? You've already got to assess that because that's affecting your everyday interactions, including the interaction on this chat, which is an interaction of zero listening or learning. You want to learn? Come back next week and have watched all the videos. If you don't want to learn, go away. This isn't the place for you. No offense. Just discovered that I get triggered when guys I date talk about hot girls around me. I've always been on the thick side, and that makes me less appealable to men. No, it doesn't. How can I affirm against this? Why do you think that makes you less appealable? You know how many guys love thick girls? You know how everyone wants to get BBLs and shit? The only reason why they're taking them out now is the Kardashians taking them out. Darling, you've got an assumption they don't like thick girls, and so they won't. Get rid of that. I am beautiful just the way I am. Everyone loves my juicy ass. Everyone loves my figure. Men find me so fucking attractive. They chase me down the street. So things like that going. Well, careful of that because I probably will. I'm a master manifester. I get everything I want easily and quickly. Everything works out for me. I'm a badass bitch. These are on repeat in my head. One day. Hello, Loz. Can you talk about we don't wait for the results, focus on affirmations only? Well, you don't want to be in the state of waiting. You want to be in the state of having. I am married rather than I'm going to be. That's the difference. Is that what you're asking? I like Sasha too. She's wonderful. I am Sasha Official on TikTok, guys. Should I affirm only about the end being in the relationship or all the details about my SP2, his thoughts about me, consistent communication, getting asked on dates, etc.? Look, guys, it's up to you. You can go in steps or do the end. It's up to you, whichever's less clunky to you. Sammy says to affirm 3 to 4 affirmations only, but what if you're working on self-concept and you have quite a few to work on? Sammy doesn't even talk about self-concept half the time. When she does talk about it, it's talking about I'm a queen, I'm treated like a queen, I'm a mermaid. She doesn't talk about self-concept. So she's talking about SP affirmations, 3 or 4. Yeah, great, she's right. But I couldn't care less how much you're rampaging about yourself. Sammy doesn't focus a lot on self-concept because her self-concept is amazing. Her self-concept in her relationship is amazing. Her self-concept on her channel is amazing. Her self-concept is very strong. So she doesn't really teach it because hers is so strong. Okay. Loz, you jumped in late on a combo I had with someone in the chat. You don't have to go off every single time. Kay, I can see your dominant thinking in your fucking comments to other people. Why are you getting defensive in my chat? Kay, this really isn't the place for you if you get offended by me going off. Were you in an abusive household where people yelled and screamed and you can't handle people yelling? It's got nothing to do with me, Kay. Everyone is you pushed out. Why are you so offended by what I'm saying? Assess that. Hi, Ruby. She's so funny. I can't. Oh, my God, tough love. Yes, I definitely do need to work on self-concept more. So far, I've been working on it since December. I do feel... Hang on. Oh, God, this just jumped. God damn. What do we do if SP takes notice of our new self-concept, doesn't act in accordance with it? You wait. He told me he loves how I hold myself in the highest regard, but he's not treating me how I think of myself. Why? Because it plays out slowly, guys. It doesn't all come at once, okay? Just be a little patient. Persist. Can you title this something with neglection or 4 stages so I can remember? Please help. I'll just say like 4 fears. Well, I talk about it in every live, guys. Any advice on getting SP to say I love you? We're together and have been living in the end. Or just say he constantly tells me how much he loves me. He's constantly confessing his feelings for me. Thank you. I just want him to accept my brother, and maybe he's calling me to talk about it because that's what he did when he almost divorced my mum and then he never actually did it. Well, just imagine that, darling. He's not going to go through whatever he's saying about your brother. Hi, Loz. I did everything you say not to do before law of assumption. Now I'm worried it's too far gone. Don't say that, darling. I'm new to this. I don't want to give up, just get moments of hopelessness. Look, guys, sometimes you look back at what you did and you beat yourself up. I don't want you to do that. Sometimes you'll be doing things now and you'll beat yourself up. I don't want you to beat yourself up and think you're doing things wrong, please. Just say I can't do this wrong. It doesn't matter what I did before. It doesn't matter what I do now. It doesn't matter what I do in the future. I can't manifest anything but what I want. I can't mess this up. Okay? Wow, Loz, you just described my dad. Well, stop thinking of him that way, darling. I'm the mermaid, yes. Working on subconscious before, I've always focused on losing weight, but since I have shifted to accepting me, I found an SP, my husband, who treats me beautifully, who worships me and all my curves. Exactly. You love you the way you are, they will too. What's your opinion on affirmation? Sorry, the question just jumped on. I can't see the rest, but it's just posing it as a question. Why am I so loved? Why am I so perfect? Why is everyone so in love with me? You can do it, darling, if it works for you. Slowly, slowly catch your monkey. Yes, guys. Have you got any other sleep affirmations coming? Love the ones you've released so far. I'll do one next week, okay? They take a while to make. I really need to hire someone to put them together because it takes me hours. Yeah, thick is the new sexy. I'm 80 kilograms, but my self-concept so on point. So SP told me I'm the hottest and sexiest he's ever dated. Listen to Loz, it's all about self-concept, guys. Yes, guys. They love you. They love you in your mind at whatever weight you are. I found my boyfriend back to me 6 months ago. Can you give me some advice when I get low about 3D? Well, just stop looking at it, darling. Stop thinking the 3D is real. Realize it's a reflection of your old thinking. Understand that, and then you won't be so thrown by it. Okay? 3D doesn't affect me. Fuck the 3D. It doesn't affect me. I know it's old. Loz kisses. We are all master manifestors to receive our desires faster than expected. Yes. I met SP when he was in a no-label relationship with a third party, and while we were still talking, we met and liked 3P2. Now we're in no contact, but I still want him. How can I revise the situation? What affirmations say? I don't understand this. So there's like 2 third parties. Now we're no contact. Okay, so just imagine those third parties have gone away. Both those parties gone away. He only has eyes for you, darling. Just see you and him together. Okay, and try and figure out how you manifested so many competitive entities. Do you feel girls' competition? Do you feel you're not good enough? That's why. Because I manifested my sister and her friend reconciling. Oh, you want it, did you? That's lovely. Gay marriage, love, yes. To manifest, we must impress our subconscious, question mark. Well, you don't know when it's been impressed. You can just think something dominantly and it'll come about. You don't know if it got impressed or not. How does anyone know? It goes, ding, it's been impressed. Little bell went off. I believe it now. It helps, but it's not necessary. I can think things on the spot, affirm a few times, and it happens. Well, I don't know if my subconscious got impressed. Question about sleep affirmations. Does your subconscious automatically absorb the affirmations while you sleep, or do you have to do your best to stay awake? Oh, fuck no. We're not staying awake and repeating them in our mind. Oh, no, darling. Oh, fuck no, Jade. We're not lying there all night trying to stay awake. Oh, no. You go to sleep, darling, and just assume it's working. Don't you dare try and stay awake. No. When you do the whisper technique, does SP hear you, or does it become their own thoughts? Thank you, Loz. It becomes their own thoughts. I mean, I don't know if they hear you. They could. I don't know. But it goes into their brain, becomes their own thinking, okay? Just adds to the bulletin experienced as a child for real. I don't understand that, darling. Go get paid to be abusive. What? You think I'm being abusive to you? I'm asking you, darling, where you're getting that dominant thinking from. If I yell and scream at you and you're getting affected by that, is that what you're saying, that I'm being abusive, or you're saying you were abused as a child? I'm trying to figure out what happened to you. You've got these dominant assumptions in your questions. Don't be offended by the way I deliver my message. If you don't like it, don't watch me. Is that what you're saying? This is not the place for you if you don't like yelling. Go to watch Shelley Bullard or something. I don't really understand what your question is, but you're getting very defensive. There's 2 very defensive people in this chat. I don't know if you've never watched my content your whole life, or you've never watched any manifestation content other than LOA, where you have to take responsibility for your actions, guys, and your thinking. There's 2 of you in here aren't taking any responsibility for your thinking, and you're not understanding the thinking is causing your reality, so I can't really help you to. So you go and watch the content, because you're getting real defensive, and that's telling me everything about your self-concept, which is people hurt me, and when I get scared about being hurt, I get on the defensive, even in chats, which says a lot about my self-concept, which is fucked. And my self-concept must be really fucked, and I have to be in a constant state of alert because I'm in a constant state of fearing I'll be hurt, which is why hurtful things keep happening to me, because I'm in a dominant state that I will be hurt. You understand? So if you're getting offended by what I'm saying, you're in a state of defense, which is telling me all about your self-concept, which is why things that hurt you keep happening. My puppy is my whole world. We are very attached. We have a fear that I cannot date or get intimate in my apartment. Affirmations against separation anxiety. What? I have a fear that I cannot date or get intimate in my apartment. Very ridiculous. It's a puppy. It'll get over it. My brother and his fiance have got a puppy that every time they hug me or they hug each other, it barks and goes off its brain, but they don't not hug each other or get intimate because the fucking dogs don't have a cry. They just go, oh, it's funny, isn't it cute? You don't stop your whole love life because your dog's going to have a little whinge every time. Just stop saying it's so codependent. Stop saying it's anxiously attached to you. Stop saying it's like that. It's grown now. Now it's grown. It's not actually attached to me anymore. It loves when I bring my boyfriend over. Should we use what our SP says to create our affirmations, or should we go back to childhood and make it more general? It's up to you, Dave. If you want to use what they've said, absolutely. This is self-help. If you're triggered, you need help. Yes, Lisa. Yes, guys. It's like going and yelling at your therapist in a therapy session for picking up your childhood wounds. What's the point? All right, guys, I've got to go because I've been here for an hour and 25 minutes. What are ways to know you're living in the end? You'll feel content. You'll feel relaxed. You won't feel so stressed. You won't feel so anxious. You'll feel like it's done. You'll be in the state of, a bit. All right, guys, I'm ready to go. What shall I call this live? Triggered as fuck. Not listening. Defensive. What else could I talk about? See them differently. What else could I call it? What else did we talk about in here? Friends with benefits. I'll call it something, but I'll call it something like being defensive and then something else. Okay, it'll be a red thumbnail, guys, with white writing. It'll be posted just after this, but this one will post it straight away, but I'll just change thumbnail in a minute. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll be live on TikTok later today, maybe. I'm not sure if I will go live, probably tomorrow instead, actually, because I've got so much to do today. And then I'll be live Facebook Friday in the Facebook group. So make sure you go to the link in any description here and go to the Facebook group and join, and you can join Facebook Friday. Okay, guys? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, guys. See ya. Bye.